Hello everyone. Welcome back to Pokemon Never Ending. I'm your host Zanovox. Hope you guys are having a great day. We'll get started here momentarily. If you're new to the channel, you know what buttons you press. And if you don't know what buttons you press, I can't help you. Anyway, we'll get into it momentarily. Hello Francisco, how are you doing? And yes, I am back, Julianne. I was out on a quick vacation for a little bit. Went up to go back to Luff's hometown and such, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, I kind of tried to warn you guys at the beginning and end of every episode, just that way everybody knew. But yeah, I am back. I'm here. Yeah, it feels weird to be back doing this. I don't know. I've been gone for so long. My brain is like, you really wanna go back and do this? And I'm like, I don't know, brain. Do I want to do this? There are people waiting on me. There are people depending on me. Listen, you're somebody's entertainment during lunch or dinner. But yeah, I'm back. Man, 200 hours in-game is wild. What are we even doing right now? I guess we're working on George and Diaper Baby. We're gonna get everybody to 60. That's my goal. 60 is the goal here, so... Toilet Bird, I think, can fend for itself right now. We really just need it to fly. Hello, Van. Welcome. Let me make sure everybody's good to go. Yeah, we're all good. Damn, that's like a week at least. Haven't seen you in days? Yeah, I feel like I warn you guys when I'm ever gonna take on vacation and nobody ever listens to me or takes me seriously. Great to have you back. Good to be here. But yeah, I try and warn you guys when I'm gonna be out of town or something. I think this is the one we go in. You got a Tri-Attack TM? Yeah, I had one for a bit there. 24? I don't think 24 is gonna be the one I need. I mean, I guess it works. Still some Pokemans and stuff here, so... Make a short or something because nobody uses X nowadays. Ah, man, it's almost like I said it in my streams. At the beginning of every stream and at the end of every stream. Wasn't even letting people know a tweet. I actually said it in my streams. I'm glad George is finally getting some good XP, though. Love the underwater theme. Yeah, the underwater theme was pretty nice. I liked it quite a bit until I heard it too much, and I was like, ugh, it's too much already. Hey, Diaper Baby's 54, trying to learn Recover. I think that's the last of its moves right there. So we may... I don't know, special attack and special defense? Calm Mind might be pretty good, but I feel like Recover might just be better overall. I don't know if I can get a Brick Break. Well, if you said it, I totally missed it. I'm sorry. Rennet, what's my favorite game? Original soundtrack? Ooh. Do 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 do. Oh yeah! Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my hot dog. That's my favorite soundtrack. I can't even tell you how many times I have listened to the Sonic Adventures 2 soundtrack. No time for moving ahead. No time for guessing, follow my plan instead. Yeah, I loved that soundtrack. In May, you streamed 1 day and 23 hours. Yeah, that's quite a bit. There was a community, have, placed 1,836 chats. That's quite a lot. Hi, Tamara. Hello and welcome. Because you have Pure Power, right? Yeah, I believe it has Pure Power. I think you said that, yeah, Pure Power. So you said that doubles its attack, and that's why it's so good, because I had no freaking idea that's how it worked. And now I'm just like, okay. Its stats aren't fantastic. I kind of wish that I had done the proteins into this thing. I didn't realize. Yeah, Rogue. She's sexy and smooth is an actual lyric in one of the songs. Oh yeah, it's in one of Knuckles' raps. Yep. Yeah, Knuckles and Rogue, they were definitely a thing. You know. She was a bat who liked them fat, and he had big ol' fists. True story. You have Pokemon Go? Nice! What kind of Pokemon do you have in it? I haven't touched Pokemon Go in a very long time, so... It has been a while. I may be a little rusty when it comes to Go and all of its stuff. You got a Pokemon that you really enjoy using in Go? You know, see, I thought that maybe Pokemon Go would allow you to go ahead and be part of Team Rocket, but it just seemed like, no, you can't. We'll have to switch to something here. Let's just switch to TD. We should have super potions. We can use those to keep it healthy. Jinx? Interesting. Not a lot of people say Jinx is their favorite Pokemon, but yeah, that's pretty cool. That's why Metacham with Power Up is a lot of fun in Gen 6. Yeah, I may actually go end up purchasing some more, some proteins to give it some extra attack. Because I just didn't know. If I had known that that thing was good for its attack, I would have slammed all of my proteins into it. And maybe caught one earlier. I assume that I just got lucky when it comes to it. And that it doesn't always come with that ability. Alright, so if it's low levels, I think I can double slash it. My concern is something, like, happens to it because the thing is too high. did. Yeah, I thought that was its natural power, but I thought Raise's attack, it's probably something really dumb, like, it gets a little bit of attack. I didn't realize that it was, like, double its attack. Alright, we're going into, Diaper Baby here to switch. It's all gonna use Hidden Power, because I think its Hidden Power is Grass. I think we've kind of established that, so... And Power Up Punch is just a great move. Wait, there's a Power Up Punch? I thought Power Up was just its ability. The goal is to, try and get everything... I don't think we'll have everything ready today, I hate to say it, but even with all of this grinding and stuff we're doing, I think we won't get ready until probably tomorrow. No, Power Up Punch is a move? Oh, I didn't know that. $55. Okay, do I have great weather the last week? Not really. It's been okay. There's been a lot of rain recently, so I'm kind of just like, oh, alright. What weather are we getting thrown at us today? Has not been great weather. I mean, it could be a lot worse, so definitely not going to complain about it. Is a move that raises attack every time you use it. Is it a fighting move? Because, I mean, hell, if that's a fighting move, that sounds pretty solid. It's not been great weather for this time of year. Yeah, global warming's a bitch, isn't it? Just doing whatever it wants to our weather. Can't even have a normal good time. It's a fighting attack that raises. See, where do I... Is it in this generation, or are we talking Gen 6? Do I have a Discord? I sure do, Van. I can tell you I am, like, 0% active on it, but I do have one. I mean... I don't know, the community used to be active, and they used to do stuff, but everybody just stopped interacting with each other, and, you know, since I wasn't on that often, it just kind of died. I may have to just go through and redo my entire Discord. Because it's not like I'm, like, on it all the time, either. That's the worst part about it is, even though I've got it. Hey, you should probably go ahead and get rid of your address. That's not my job to go ahead and tell you that, but yeah, posting your address online is not a great thing to do. Gen 6? Yeah. Figure that'd be the case. Let's go muddy water this thing. Yeah, it could be a lot of things with posting an address. But listen, I'm not here to take care of that. It's not my job to go ahead and do that. Right, yeah, we'll just keep going with the ice beams on the low ones. No losses since last stream, I hope. No, we haven't had any losses. Everything's been pretty above board. I mean, all we've been doing is grinding. Like, we're trying to get everybody to 60. We still have a few Pokemon that we have to work with. Once we get Metachamp to 60, we'll switch out to some of our other stuff. But yeah, mainly it's just been this. This is exactly what the stream has looked like for, like, a few days now. You could delete the message. That could be safe. Sure. That is an option for me to go ahead and delete it. But is this the 8 gym grind? No, we've already done all the 8 gyms. We're getting ready for the Elite Four. We still haven't fought Wally, but I figure I'm just gonna go ahead and get ready for the Elite Four. There's no point in me getting ready for Wally and then going out to go do the grind again after Wally. So I may as well just grind it out right now. And we're keeping Toilet Bird in here until we finish out Wally, so. Don't use fighting types often, but I make an exception for 6 Mons and 1 Megamon. Chat is your mental support. Yeah, chat is my mental support. When I'm lonely on the days and I'm here and I need to grind, it's the chat that keeps me going, cause they're talking all the time. They're posting their addresses and they're talking about their showers. But that's what helps me get through the day and using Pokemon powers. Yeah, like, I wasn't a big fan. I'm not a big fan of a lot of fighting Pokemon. There are some pretty good ones out there, but I feel like a lot of times they're outshadowed. Either there's way too many Pokemon that are going to... I think you should use some rare candies now, because when are you going to use rare candies? Maybe grind them a bit, so you don't have to spill so much on rare candies. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm going to use my rare candies eventually. I have 15 rare candies, so that means each of my Pokemon could get 3 rare candies apiece. That's exactly how it would go. We could technically get them a little higher if we really wanted, but... Wow, I didn't know that. A lot of the people who worked on the final shape were laid off. Oh. Wow. Finish your job and get the fuck out. Jesus Christ. Man, Bungie, sometimes Bungie just... We really want it. Van, you are the only person who has asked me to use rare candies this entire time. There is no we in this conversation. Lucario is the one fighting type you use on a regular... Although you've tried Pangoro before, it wasn't that bad. There are some really nice-looking fighting types out there. There's some fighting types that are pretty damn good. I've got nothing against them. It's just one of those things where I'm like, you know, they're always seem to be outshined by something. If you want to use a fighting type, like, there's got to be an extensively large amount of dark types, which this one does have it. Or there's got to be an extensively large amount of steel types, which this one kind of has it. Or rock types, which this one doesn't really have it. So, like, it doesn't... Fighting types don't have a real purpose here, except for, like... maybe a gym or two. They have a place. They're just not great, is all. Main Shao. Oh, that's the weasel ferret thing, right? That's the one with the long fists, right? The long sleeves. I've seen that. I remember it. Ah, yes. Wish there was an item that would remove recoil. I'd use fighting types a lot more. Yeah, I guess about the only thing you'd have that would do that is, what's it called? That ability that stops it from getting recoil damage. That, what's-his-name had. Because if, I'll be honest, if Aaron had that ability to take away recoil damage, I probably would have used it a lot more. And I thought there would be an item that would remove recoil damage by this point. Today can be the day that you use the chicken. Oh, are you gonna use the chicken today? Man, first day back after it. Or you can wait to use 2 chickens. Hard choice, my bud. Hard choice there, champ. I don't know. To choke the chicken or not choke the chicken? That is the question. You think you're gonna wait? It's a good idea. Listen, save up your points for when I start adding actual, like, other stuff. You know, as we go through each game, I'm trying to, like, add things, so, you know. There's a chance if you don't like everything that's up there now, you could always save and wait for it for later. Did somebody say chicken? Crobat's super fun. Poison type, always recommend Crobat. Acrobatics, Flying Gym, and Gen 5 is the GOAT. Takedown, I recommend Shell Bell as it heals you after attacking. Oh, that's pretty cool. Said cow because cow is delicious. Cow and chicken. Alright, we'll just bolt our way through everything here. We're almost there. It's kind of nice. We are almost here. I think we'll go ahead and get everybody to 58, and then we'll just... I think we'll just go ahead and, we'll rare candy the rest of the way. Because I don't want to grind all the way up to 60. Then what a pain in the ass. I also don't know if it's a reliable strategy to assume that's going to work every time. Because we may not get ourselves a pickup Pokemon early. You can get it in this gen by the Shoal Cave by collecting salt and rocks. Oh. Well, I mean, at this point, it's kind of pointless. I feel like at this point in the game, I mean, if I'm worried about healing after every turn. Oh, right, that was an absorption Chinchou. Still another Chinchou. Everything is a 58. You just want me to use rare candies. As soon as you see that there are rare candies that exist in my game van, you're like, use them! It's like every time I get an edge, you're like, hatch the egg! Hatch the egg, Batman! Alright, let me check that timer. Let me get that timer going. Huh. Let me add my 24 minutes here. And we're back. Yeah. In late gens, you sort of just find it, or you get it from an NPC. Ah, I see. So in later generations, it's not, like, as easily accessible. BRB gonna check the biscuits. Eggs must hatch eggs. Are you gonna try and catch a Ralts in the next games by catching all the other Pokemon you encounter on the other routes? I mean, if we can get one, that would be alright. Is Ralts any good? Like, I know that it's a Psychic type, but I feel like... Haven't I heard that, like, Psychic types are kind of doo-doo in this generation, unfortunately? Compared to, like, their previous iterations. I think the only one left is Toilet Bird. Although I think that it'd be easier because of the Shoal Cave. I think the design-wise, Gallade is your favorite fighting until it evolves. I mean, there's no... Ralts is awesome. It's the Abra from, for Gen 3. Ah. Wait, can't you get an Abra here in Gen 3, or is there no way to do that? Gardevoir is better when it becomes part fairy. My bias is showing, but Gallade is awesome. Doesn't it? It has a male and a female type, right? Doesn't it have, like, access to both sides of it? I know that a lot of people like Gardevoir, but I've always thought that I think using the other one would be pretty nice. Isn't it a fighting type if it's the other one? Because, I mean, having that as a fighting type wouldn't be too bad, depending on what its abilities are. Gonna get back into the ocean here. That's always the wrong one. It's this one. Yeah, you can catch both of them if I'm right. Oh, I thought that there was a split evolution. Gallade is a fighting... is psychic fighting? Huh. Yeah, I thought they evolved from the same thing. Do they not? I mean, I don't know. You guys have to pretty much tell me, because I'm very unaware of how they work. No, only males can become Gallade, but females and males can become Gardevoir. Oh, cross-dressing Pokemon makes a lot of sense now. Now I see why people say that. You know, I saw the most hilarious thing ever. It was like, you know, men cross-dressing is only the manliest thing that any man can ever do, because only a man can cross-dress as a girl. That makes it the manliest of activities. It kind of gave me a chuckle. Male, Kirilla evolves with a Pretty Rock. George is trying to learn Taunt. What does Taunt do? Taunts the foe into only using attack moves. Oh, I see. So that way it'll take damage from Rough Skin. If it weren't for the fact that this thing is, like, not exactly strong, taunt wouldn't be half bad. It doesn't have the defensive stats to make up for it. Oh, it put me to sleep? Wasn't expecting that. It must have used yawn. Just ice beam it. You're a troll player and tend to pair taunt with torment? What does torment do? Did I hear the iPad kids have mental problems and that CoComelon is not a good program to watch? Yep, I am more than well aware of it. Creates like a literal addiction. Yep, I am fully aware. We'll just use the full heal. Come on, diaper baby. Let's go. Sesame Street's the GOAT. Yeah, Sesame Street is alright. It does a really good job of, you know, teaching kids certain lessons. But if you really want to talk about the real GOAT, Mr. Rogers, that's the real GOAT. You know, they did a study where they had kids grow up on Sesame Street and they had kids grow up on Mr. Rogers. And Mr. Rogers' Neighborhoods actually turned kids into, they said that it did a better job of, how's your dog doing? Have you received the results? Yeah, I mean, we just need to get surgery done. That's all. We'll see how that goes, so. Yeah, not much I can really do until we get that done, so. Torment makes it so you can't use the same move in a row because you do double battles. You use Encore, so they're forced to struggle. Whoa! That's super cool! I didn't know you could force a Pokemon to struggle. That's pretty interesting. We're gonna switch out immediately. This thing just doesn't handle it well, so... get our Shark Boy up and going here. Yeah, because as it doesn't have the dark black glasses, it doesn't have that extra slight attack boost. Good to see you back. It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a few days. Sorry to hear that. Hope she'll be fine. Yeah, I hope so too. Just, surgery's expensive. We'd like to get it done as soon as possible, but, you know, surgery's expensive. That a child's family couldn't get the kid's iPad into airplane mode and the pilot needed to return because the child was that angry. Oh. Well, I mean, sucks to be that parent, but, listen. If your kid's gonna be that mad that you took away their iPad, I feel like they deserve some time off of the screen. yeah, we'll go hidden power on it. Most of the strats are double battle strats, because that's your preference. Yeah, I've never really... I can't say I'm a big fan of double battles. I don't think I really enjoyed them. There's too much thought process that comes with it. It's cool. I think one of the coolest battle types that I've seen, and it's unfortunate because I think it only pops up in one place in the whole series, is triple battle rotational. Where you have to choose 3 Pokemon, and they're only fighting one-on-one at a time, but you're standing on a platform, and the platform rotates, so you have to think about the 3 Pokemon that you have, the rotation that's going to occur, the time at which the rotation is going to occur, plus the 3 Pokemon that the enemy has, and also their rotation times. So it's a true strategy, like, game. Instead of just being like, ha, I win by weaknesses, you really have to think, is it going to rotate early? Are they going to beat you in the speed battle? Are you going to be able to win with everything you have on your team? Like, I think there's only one place in the whole game it pops, in the entire series it pops up. But that would be, you know, triple rotational would be an awesome mode to play in more often. Those are fun, you miss them. Inverse battle is another favorite. What's inverse battle? Yeah. You think that the internet's not a good place to raise children? Yeah, I don't think children watching random people on the internet is a good thing. Those kids showing up and watching streamers do stuff on the internet. Parents leaving their kids to go ahead and be raised by random people. You know, talking about falafels and you know, stuff. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah. Kids shouldn't be on the internet until they're like 14. Matter of fact, you know, okay, like real facts though, like I don't really care about the whole 14 like, kids on the internet, whatever, let them do what they want. But let me tell you, I am very strongly adverse to kids, to fucking 18-year-olds getting credit cards. I think it is the worst thing. They're ruining their credit without understanding how credit actually works and affects them as a person. I feel like if you're going to go ahead and get yourself a credit card, you should mandatorily have to go ahead and use a checking account first. You should have to have paper checks, make it very inconvenient, have to show that you're able to go ahead and balance a checking account before you can get access to a credit card. My personal opinion as a financier, but, you know, it would cause a lot of, it would stop a lot of kids from getting in trouble with not understanding that that piece of plastic does not have infinite money on it. Primrose, my shiny Delcatty, is your ace. And it inverts the typing, making normal types super effective to ghosts. Oh, that's pretty cool. So it switches the typings. Huh. You think a debit card is much better? I mean, not if you don't know how to use it. I think nobody should be able to go ahead and use any type of plastic, magnetic, tap chipping, access to instant charges, to being able to switch. I don't think any of that should be allowed until you can prove that you're capable of running a checking balance account and you have used checks before, because checks are highly inconvenient. They take 3 days to go ahead and manage your money because they don't process until 3 days out. So you really have to know how to balance your money, otherwise you're going to be in some serious trouble and then you're going to get charged all the time. So next week you become 31, still have no credit card. Listen, I don't think credit cards are great. They can help build credit, but it really depends. You don't necessarily need a lot of credit to have stuff like that. Opening a credit card is fine, I think, but really a credit card should be used for either expenses you're going to pay immediately or for emergencies, and that's basically it. You don't really need a credit card. A credit card allows you the access to credit. It's convenient until it isn't. That's just my opinion. Need to have, Did the Relicanth always have, like, a red dot on it? Because I'm just now noticing that little red dot on its side. They need a state of gold coins. I mean, we've been using solid currency like that for a while, but I mean, it's more convenient to use paper currency, honestly. You weren't allowed to have internet until you were 15, not allowed to have caffeine until 16, didn't get a checking account until you graduated. I had a checking account when I was 12, but that was mainly because my dad wanted me to understand how money works and stuff like that. It's probably why I'm really good with money and why I got into finance and budgeting to begin with. It's just because I've been doing a lot of that stuff my entire life. It's always had the red dot. I guess I just never paid attention to it. It was always getting knocked out too quick for me to notice. Bless you. We're gonna try and get our ice beams out the way. Yeah, I always feel like there's better uses for gold. Making jewelry out of gold, and making coins out of gold, and, you know, sitting it in gold bars. Not really a great idea. There's so much stuff it could be used for. Do you want to know your favorite fantasy game? What is your favorite fantasy game, Van? My Little Pony, My Little... What? Shush my face. You don't want to hear that? Little pony's all that we could be. Making up words that you can't see. We're running through the fields of open grass. People making hentai of pony ass. Don't mind me. Can't wait till Gen 5. Want to see a reaction to Audino? Oh, I know what Audinos are. I mean, I'm definitely going to be grinding Audinos when we get there because they have that XP, massive XP boost. And I think their EV values are, I believe their defense, if I'm not mistaken. So basically, they're the Clamperl of endgame for us. So, Audinos left and right. That's what's going to happen to us. No, bad. Chompy dog. Bad chompy dog. You don't want to hear about somebody grabbing what's the country pony's name? You don't want to hear somebody grabbing Applejack's tongue and licking her apple?
Stop. Stop.
Cease!
Cease. People already think you're weird.
Mega Audino's one of your favorites? I didn't even know there was a Mega Audino. That's pretty funny. Don't worry, guys. Despite the fact that I I am joking about this. I am not a brony. I have no interest in ponies. My poor baby Audino getting slaughtered for the greater good in this challenge. Cease times 10. Desist. Stop there, criminal. You have violated the law. Stop, criminal scum. Oh, maybe I should bring that back as a noise. Stop there, criminal scum. You have violated the law. Man, George is going. 42? We're making some good headway here. Azana Brony? No, that's not me. Okay, listen, I will admit there was a time in my life where I was a brony. Not like a hardcore brony. I just thought the show was really fucking funny. I'd actually watched the show and I just thought it was really hilarious. But I guess that made me a brony for thinking it was pretty funny and telling people, hey, it's not that bad. You know, the writers are the people who made Dexter's Lab. It's not terrible. The jokes land on point. So, well, I'm not gonna crack on people. End thy quest for the cringe. This won't be good for you, chompy dog. But I mean, like, on a serious note, it wasn't a bad show. Like, the fan base behind it makes it terrible. The show itself wasn't that bad. The jokes were pretty funny. The content was decent. Like, it was like a slightly more tamed down Dexter's Lab. I know that's kind of blasphemous to say, but it felt the same way. But I understand why people dislike it. Don't go away, George. I'll go get the water. Petrol, huh? That's a funny way to spell water. I saw a guy do this in a toothpaste ad once. Ta-da! Listen, I got no problem. I understand that there's some things that are cringe and everything, but I'll be the first one to go ahead and jump on the thing and be like, it wasn't that bad. If you want to talk about some bad TV shows, man, there's this terrible show called Pokemon. I don't know who could watch that garbage. Oh, let's see. What were really bad cartoons? Oh, man, Reboot? No matter the Reboot was...
I just found out that was a Canadian show.
Reboot was a Canadian show?
Yeah.
Whoa, I didn't know that. But Reboot was not great. But it was pretty funny because it came out during a time period where they were like, this is the future. This 3D CGI stuff is gonna be the future, and we're gonna be making everything out of it. So Reboot and Beast Wars, you better get used to it because they're not going anywhere. And then you never fucking saw them again. And the only time you see 3D CGI that bad is now in anime communities when they don't want to go ahead and do animation. Fun fact, the creator of MLP wanted to go ahead and make Medusa origin film, but Sony said no. She also supported the game. Those are fighting herds after the fans got it blocked. Oh yeah.
She wanted to back and support it, but the
Hasbro.
yeah, Hasbro's
Yeah, that's what they just said. Yeah, them fighting herds it's funny because you actually see it at conventions. There's quite a bit of
whole competitive scene.
yeah, there's a whole competitive scene. It's a really competitive game. Everyone can choose 5 powers. Yours would be lightning, fire, air, nature, and have a flying tail. And you have to slay enemies and stay away from scientists. Because one time you'd been kidnapped in the game, and you're only rescued in 5 game days. And there's demon there's demons who try and kill everybody, and what are you talking about right now? What? Is this a game, or is this like powers you want to choose because you want to be a superhero? She legit said, "Oh, I like this concept. I'll provide funding and character designs." Yeah, but you know, when you mess with there are a few companies out there you can't really do anything about. George would like to learn swagger. Confuses the foe, but also sharply raises attack. Yeah, that's not worth it either. It's because like confusion isn't as strong as it could be. The fantasy game. Ah. Let's see, you want to talk bad video games? You love the game so much, fan concept character, quite cringe. Yeah, but I mean, hey, if it works, right? Let's see, let's talk bad games here for a second. Blood Rain? Garbage. Blood Rain is a terrible game. You want to talk one of my favorite little hidden games that I really wish got a reboot? Soul Reaver. Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. Man, if that thing got a reboot and a remaster and turned into some of the stuff we have nowadays, holy shit, that thing would sell gangbusters. And the thing is, they left the game incomplete, so there's still stuff to do in the game. They could even, instead of rebooting, they could just still go back to and like have a whole other thing. Swagger is better on a partner Pokemon with skill swap. Own tempo. Man, these are all strategies you're gonna have to like tell me about because I just don't understand how these strategies work. Alright. Now we fly back. Okay, we are now, one of our main Pokemon is ready for the Elite Four. So we're gonna move this into the box here. Place. I gotta get your guys' opinion here. So, obviously, Medicham and the Dark Thing are gonna stay in here. The Sharpedo are gonna stay in here. These two are going out. This is staying in. This is staying in. I have two Pokemon. Well, technically 3 slots that I can fill. One of them is going to be filled with Groudon. One of them is filled with Medicham. And my last Pokemon that I'm assuming would be to go with is Armaldo. But I don't know if I should or not. Or if there's something else I should be using. Like maybe Duskull or whatever. Have you heard of the game Body Cam, the most realistic game? Yeah, I've definitely seen some footage of Body Cam. It looks pretty damn cool. Whoa, I missed you catching Groudon? Yeah, we went in there, I got scared, and then I threw a Master Ball at it. Armaldo, 100%. Alright. Summer for extra candies and potions. Yeah, I think we're at the point where we're gonna just buy out whatever else we need, and then as for potions, or as for the rare candies, we'll just use the rare candies after we're close in on everybody. Because Wailord we're not gonna need once we're done grinding. And since we need 1, 2, 3, 4... and 5 more leveled up, that's all we really need. The only reason why we're not having Pelipper in our party, right, or we have Pelipper in our party, is because we need a flyer to get back quickly. So, at the moment, we're working on Sharpedo. I feel like the bug like, Armaldo is really gonna need the XP share. I don't think he can level up on his own, like, at all. So I may have to take it off of George for right now. And give it to Armaldo, because there's no way it can fight on its own. So we'll just give this thing the black glasses. It'll do what it does whenever it does it. Alright, let me use the restroom real quick. I've been sitting here, like, holding it. So I'll be back in, like, a minute. And we're back. This is very elevator music, isn't it? Alright. How did I not heal my Pokemon? I flew all the way back there and didn't bother to heal my Pokemon. Boy. Okay, we're switching George up front, as usual. Squidward. SpongeBob! Alright. Let's head back under the ocean. Frickin' hate that thing. Boy. Alright, slash. Crunch. Go for crunch there too. Crunch on anything that isn't like level 22. Or lower. Slash on anything that is 22 or lower. We actually give it some XP. It can fight now a little longer. Man's dark black glasses make this thing amazing. Like, it goes from being pretty strong to being super strong. But then again, Crunch has always been one of my favorite dark moves ever, so... And Oros, never evolve Whalmer. If you're riding it via Surf, it breaks the game. What do you mean? Does it not register the fact that it has... Oh, I guess 23 and lower. Does it not register it? And it'll just be like, oh god, what have you done? Where has this Pokemon disappeared to? I should definitely save here. Strong Jaw Sharpedo is a powerhouse. What does Strong Jaw do? Does it increase, like, physical attacks or, like, bite attacks? Because, I mean, this thing is pretty strong to begin with. Can only imagine dark black glasses Sharpedo. With something that increases its attack. Because Whalmer has a special surf model, but Wailord doesn't. Ah, I see. That's interesting. Why would they give it to one but not the other? Also, like, call me crazy, but I feel like Bugdilo takes forever to level up. It does not seem like it... It seems like it has a massive XP threshold on it. Increases, makes biting moves stronger. Yeah. See, that's what I was thinking it did. That's awesome. Man, I wish I had one of those. But now I know to catch myself a Carnita early. Paranga. We didn't even go get our crayfish. We're supposed to go get it, but I completely forgot about it. Oh my god, all these Chincho! Get out of here, Chincho! That's 6 Chincho in a row. 7 Chincho. Only Mega Sharpedo has Strong Jaw. 8 Chincho in a row. That was getting concerning. I don't think I can take it. I'm gonna have to switch out. Only Mega Sharpedo. Unfortunately, she can't give it black glasses. The strategy used of Mega Sharpedo is using it with Speed Boost and use Protect to get a free Speed Boost and then Mega Evolve it next turn. So why would that make it the strategy then? I don't understand what makes that so good. Oh, let's see what Bugdilo it takes to level it up, because I feel like it's going to take a lot. $4,000. That's not too bad. I guess it'll level up pretty quick. We do need to give this thing some better damn moves, though. Like, I'm really hoping this thing learns some good stuff, because it's bugging me. It's got one rock as ancient power, but no, like, other good moves. Maybe we'll give it so it outspeeds. Ah, gotcha. Maybe we'll actually use some of our other moves on it once we get everything done. See what we have access to. Some of these Pokemon are gonna be pretty deboed by the time we're done with this. I can tell you some of them are definitely gonna be over-leveled and won't need anywhere near as many rare candies. Needs about 20 about 20 clam pearls to go ahead and take it up another level. So it isn't too bad. I mean, the grind isn't as bad as it could be. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. You can farm a heart scale to help in that, but that's up to you. Heart scales come from, I'd have to go ahead and thief off of a, off of one of those love discs, right? I'd have to thief off of a love disc in order to get it. But I mean, it only costs 1 heart scale per move, correct? Or does it cost multiple heart scales and I just don't know what I'm talking about? Yes, and yes. At least it's going pretty quick. Since I don't have to go ahead and check my weasel every couple fights. I wonder who got the idea to put them in a square instead of in a line for the attack moves. I wonder if somebody got tired of having the moves up and down and making it so difficult to, like, press something. I can't even use Bug Delo because it's weak to everything under here. So I'm pretty much just left with grinding with all of 3 Pokemon. Didn't realize I was left with Struggle. We're not doing that. Also, Little Magnet, I used you for pretty much every battle. How are you, like, the lowest of all of them? Still got like 13 more levels to go on that thing. Yeah, it's a ton. It's a lot of stuff to go. Could be worse, though. Could just be sitting here pulling out a ball hair every time I get into a Pokemon fight. I guess I'll just go with the Thunderbolts there. As much as I wanted to go with the other stuff, doesn't look like it does very much. Wants to learn Fury Cutter. Hell yeah! It's a garbage move, but I'll do it. Intensifies on each consecutive hit. That's cool when it works. I guess we can get rid of Scratch. It's not really that great, and it doesn't need a neutral move. Alright, 6. Five. 4. 3. 2. 1. Alright, up we go. Alright, Toilet Bird, take me home. And we gotta level up this, and then we have to level up Groudon. I'm like... Ugh. Are we winning? Yeah! We're winning. A lot. We only know how to win. That's all we know how to do here. We're always win, win, win. I have said 2 things, but now I will leave. Good luck. Well, you said 3 things now, so have a great night. It reminds me of that guy on TikTok with the crowbar. I've said 2 things, but stuff still happened. That guy. Okay. We've got this. You just gotta believe. I need a hero. Need a hero through an open door. It's gotta be good. It's gotta be wood. It's gotta be stronger than ply. I need a man guy. I need a man guy who can do things in the house. He's gotta have tools. Catch his own prey. He's gotta be good at catching mouse. Grind. Yeah, it's like that thing in Adventure Time where it's like fall. But in here it's like grind. It's like if we went over to solo leveling and instead of like raising our things with arise, we were like grind. And everything just a grind. A rind. Fight, 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 fight. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Kids gathering around. We're throwing punches. George is taking its sweet time. It sure is. It sure is taking its sweet time. I'm over here trying to level, and it's like, what are you doing? I ain't leveling. You think this is solo leveling? Yeah, but I can't blame it. Since Bug Delo's got the XP share, it's definitely going slow in comparison to everything else. That XP share really, it does make it decent because it levels up 2 things at once, but it's also really bad because it's just really slow. The good news is that it'll have a little bit more time out, because it looks like its slash is now strong enough to handle these things in more than just one at a time, so... I think it can handle anything below 26, or maybe 25. And even something low at, like, 29, I think it's still doing a lot of damage to. Just no Chinchos, that's all. It's like ice cream? How so? Slowly melting. Bittersweet. Filled with dairy. Is our Sharpedo filled with dairy? Is that what you're trying to say? Always fresh, never frozen. That's how ice cream works. Oh, yeah. I'd love to fight this Relicanth, but it does a lot of damage to me, and I don't do very much damage to it. You gotta lick the right place. Or others if it goes down and falls on the floor. You've gotta lick the right place. What are we talking about here? Pokemon? I don't know if I've ever licked a Pokemon before. Can't say it's been on my priority list of things to do. Day 1. I'm left on my island alone with my Pokemon. Hey, that would be a pretty cool game. Like, a Pokemon survival game where you have, like, some Pokemon that live on the island, so you have to, like, win their trust to help bring them to your team. And then you have to, like, work with them to, like, build your little base camp and stuff. And have them help you survive on this little island, and then you can make a raft and then like help escape the island with them, and you go home and you and your Pokemon live happily ever after. Island survival Pokemon. Hold on, I'm adjusting my headset because it feels weird. Not you going home, it's your island, so you gotta keep it. Yeah, but you have to have an end game, otherwise it's just an infinite island adventure, and as cool as that sounds, if you don't have an end game or you don't have a story, I think people would eventually get tired of it. You know, we're not trying to make Pal World. Hey, Bugdilo 49. Let's see how much you got. 4.9. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not that bad. It's a slow process, but it's not terrible grinding. We've had worse grinds. Yeah, after you build the raft, then it ends. Yeah, I would say that, you know. After you have to, like, make it like a Pikmin-style game where you have, like, you can, like, get a whole squad of Squirtles and stuff together to do stuff. And, like, you have them help you carry stuff. And depending on how many points you have on your raft determines whether you can make it off the island or whether you wash ashore and have to start all over again. But you at least start with some of your Pokemon. It just gets a little harder to convince them every time you wash up shore. Or maybe it gets easier to convince them when you wash on shore, because they're like, yeah, we want to get you off of this island and we want to leave it. Be great if the once the boat fails end to a real boat and not a raft. You can watch that. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I think we won't have everything ready until next one. So more likely than not, that means we'll probably be doing the Elite Four on Thursday? Today's Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, so we'll probably do the Elite Four on Thursday. Just based on the way the grind and everything is going. Oh, both of these are out. Okay, I guess we're on earthquakes now. Hey, hun. Can you grab me my energy drink? I think it's sitting on the counter or something. Not a new one. I have an open one somewhere here. Man, TD's doing some serious work. Oh, no more pee-pee. Aha. I said pee-pee. Thanks. $60. It's good. At least it takes some of the candy out of the mouths of some of my other Pokemon, right? Don't mind me, just sitting here rocking back and forth. Alright, little magnet back up front. $104, it'll be another level here in a moment. Hey, double Relicanth 2 in a row. I'm surprised we haven't encountered a shiny. Like, you would think that we would encounter at least one shiny by now. The grind's gonna be worth it? Yeah, I know. I know. I keep telling myself that the grind is so important here. You know, the last thing I can get through it, and then the last thing I want to do is have a wipe or something crazy, just because I didn't put in the time to go ahead and grind. So, yeah, no Gen 3 shiny so far, that's weird. Yeah, it is a little odd. I would have expected something. You know, considering the fact that we've just been grinding this one spot almost every single time. Maybe it's just not in the cards. Alright, 15 bolts. Ooh. I was over here trying to fight a Chincho. That's what I get, I guess. Went so autopilot, I almost tried to go in and fight that damn Chincho. Alright, 6 more levels. Not too bad considering we needed 13 not that long ago. Six. Five. 4. 3. 2. 1. Question, why did you start streaming? What was behind it? Playing games, talking to new people, trying something new? I'm curious. Impulsivity. No, like, if you're talking about, like, why originally I started streaming back in the day, it was because, like, I liked playing games, and I figured, you know, let me go ahead and start playing games and see what people like about it. I really got involved with streaming because of Extra Life. When I was out in Utah, I was actually, like, I wasn't stationed far from the Extra Life headquarters, you know, the guys who play games to raise money for children's primary hospitals and stuff like that. So I got involved with Extra Life while I was out there, and they do mainly a lot of video game streaming and stuff, and I got a team started out there. And, that was mainly how the whole streaming thing got started. I fell off of it for a while just because it was kind of like, nobody really seemed to care. I wasn't really getting too much traction off of it. I had a huge break, and then I kind of got back into it when we found Ark. Like, we started playing Ark, and I thought it was such a fun game. And I was like, fuck yeah, I could play this game forever. I could play this game for a year straight. And then, and then I came home one day, and I was like, Luft, we're gonna play this game for a year.
It was the other way around. I had just come home from work, and you're like, hey, got a great idea.
I got a great idea. Well, let's play this for a year, and let's stream it every single day. And that's just kind of how it worked out, and that was that. So that's what we did. We played Ark every single day and just kind of went from there. Why do I keep streaming? That's a good question. I'll get back to you on that. Honestly, like, I don't know. People come to see me. People still say hello. Like, people like the games and challenges that we do. I always feel like there's content in everything we do, and if I wasn't doing content like this, you know, Luft and I have talked about how if we had a house and everything, we could just do content 24/7, have cameras literally in every part of the house, just live stream our lives. You know, I wouldn't mind something like that, but I feel like that's a little weird sometimes, and some people wouldn't want to do something like that. People would probably see it and be like, why would you want to go ahead and live stream everything in your life? It's weird. But, you know, to me, it doesn't seem that odd. You know? As for what the future holds and what if I would continue doing it and everything, yeah, I think so. I think so. If I could make it a living, I think I would. You know, I enjoy playing video games, and I enjoy entertaining people, and this is a way for me to do two of my two great loves right next to each other. Entertaining random people and playing video games. I've always been told that I should do stand-up comedy. A lot of people have tried to convince me that I should. So it's one of those things that I'm just like, yeah, maybe I should. I should give it a go. I mean, you guys seem to think I'm funny. I know a lot of people I run into seem to think I'm funny, so... yeah, that's pretty much it. I got involved with Extra Life and then just kept going from there. Surprisingly, I think if I would have kept up with Valkyrie, that would have probably been my game. I was one of the top 10 players in Eve Valkyrie during its initial phases. I was a damn good player in that game. Because I was really good at handling the constant motion of the planes, the VR headset, keeping up with everyone and their spatial differences. I could do a lot of measurements on the fly when it comes to when it comes to, like, distances and geometry and things like that. Yeah, I don't really have too many reasons why I wouldn't go ahead and stream. There are days when I don't feel like streaming, but then there are also days when I really would just want to stream for like 1,800 hours. You know, and I could see this being an 8-hour job, streaming 8 hours a day, going on with the rest of my life. I could spend like 8 hours a day streaming, you know, maybe 6 hours a day getting a stream or coming up with ideas or getting things ready and then doing other stuff. Yeah, I feel like I have a lot of options of things I could do. Does that answer your question, or does that only open up more boxes? 35, that was a pretty solid one. Great story how you started. 24/7 being live with the camera in your house seems a bit weird, but definitely people be interested or they're watching it. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't bother me. I'm not shy in front of a camera. I don't find any reason to really hide any of what I'm doing or whatnot. Like, let's switch. I don't feel comfortable letting this thing sit out here. There's always at least one time when I have to switch for a Relicanth. Yeah, I'm sure some people wouldn't be interested in having their life, like, live streamed. But at the same time, you know, plenty of famous people do it. Plenty of people go ahead and put up stuff in there. You can paywall certain rooms in there. You know, not like I want to see everybody... have everybody watching me, you know, taking showers or anything. But I'm sure there are more than plenty of people who would be willing to pay for that kind of stuff out there. I don't know. I've had plenty of jobs out there that I don't think would bother me. Like, honestly, given the option, I don't think I'd have a problem, like, doing adult films and such. I don't think that would really bother me. I feel like I would just do it, it'd be a job, and then I would just, you know, go back to my regular whatever. Oh, that was a good crunch. We only have a couple more thieves left, though. Perfect. Alright, there we go. Or doing the boom boom stuff? Yeah, doing the boom boom stuff. I don't think that would bother me either. You know, I really wouldn't have a problem. Like I said, if I could do it as an adult video star, I don't think I would have a problem doing it for random people. Like, it would be the exact same thing. I don't know, it just I don't have that same where other people have an embarrassment gland, I don't have one of those. I mean, I may occasionally get embarrassed, but I really don't feel the embarrassment like a lot of other people do. As Barney Stinson put it, where other people have their embarrassment gland, I have a second awesome gland instead. But truly, that stuff really doesn't bother me that much. You know, if I had a problem getting naked in front of people, I probably would not have had anywhere near as many social encounters as I have had. Get out of here, Chincho. We don't want you. There's a TV show in the Netherlands. It's called Utopia. You love to watch the live stream. You could hop in when you wanted. What is Utopia? Is it, like, just people living however they want 24/7? Because, I mean, hell, that sounds like a reason to go ahead and move. I wonder if what the guidelines would actually be. You know what? I'll look it up after the stream. Let me write that down, because I am curious. Yeah. Netherlands. Okay. You know what, like, show I would love to see come back? The Colony. I'd love to see The Colony come back. I thought that was a pretty cool show, but it just... After the second season, I feel like... The first season was really cool because they had a lot of people who were, like, specialists in their field, all living out in a post-apocalyptic wasteland trying to survive, and that was pretty cool. But when Season 2 rolled around, they threw, like, every, you know, who's he, what's it under the sun, and they did not do very well, and it just turned into an absolute clusterfuck. Yeah, I think in the first one they had like a nurse and a doctor and like some astrophysicist and a rocket engineer, and they had all kinds of people on that show, and they used their smarts and abilities to really like they had an ozone machine to go ahead and purify their water out of nothing but scrap. They built a fucking ozone machine. Like, it was pretty crazy watching them put their brains together and make stuff. But Season 2 was just a giant crapshoot. Oh, the fact that I can ice beam down a clam pearl now, even at level 30, that's, it's quite a thing. Alright, we'll muddy water whatever's down here. Then we'll earthquake. I'm sure if a shiny Pokemon popped up in front of me, I probably wouldn't even realize it. And would probably take it. The new ones are slight color switches. A lot of the older ones tend to have very large differences. Delete a move for Slash. Slash is pretty solid. I think we can get rid of Water Gun. Yeah. I think we can get rid of Water Gun. Yeah, the random ratio out of nowhere to pull out Water Gun, it's cool and all, but, like, I just prefer to have a consistent move than a move that may end up working. And since it's a very glass cannon-y, well, I wouldn't say it's glass cannon. It has a very high attack potential, so Slash would do pretty well as just a very solid move to fall back on. And since it's neutral, a solid neutral move is pretty good. Rather than Scratch, which, you know, it's a neutral move, but it's not very strong. At least Slash has a high crit ratio potential. Still grinding. Yep, that's what we're doing, Van. That's what we have been doing. That's what we'll be doing tomorrow. Grinding, grinding, grinding. You know, we've got to grind. No real choice. Wants to learn Endeavor. What does Endeavor do? Gain power if the user's HP is lower than the foe's HP. Is it like a 1-stage increase? A 2-stage increase? Hold on. Endeavor. Oh! Interesting. Borderlands 4 is in the works. That's pretty cool. Useful. I don't know, not useful. Yeah, I'm about to look it up just to see what it is. I mean, I feel if my HP is lower than the enemy's HP, the last thing that I want to do is reduces the target's HP equal to... User's HP is lower than the foe's. Endeavor is a normal type physical move. It reduces the target's HP equal to the user's HP. Has a power of blank, accuracy, PP of 5. Can be learned by various Pokemon, such as Rattata, Machop, Snorlax. It's available... let's see. Endeavor as a move. Also known in Japanese as Daredevil. Causes the target's HP to equal to the user's HP. It will conduct a... It will deduct the difference in the target's HP. This move does nothing if it's greater. Type immunity is not ignored. Used as a second move in a contest, which the user gains 2 bonus appeal if Endure is used the previous turn. Can also be used as part of the contest spectacular combination, giving an extra 3 appeal. Okay, so it's not great. I mean... grind times means chat time. Use it to your advantage. It's not great, so... It's more of a revenge move. And it's not useful here. Okay, what do we have? Do we have any other moves left? Nope, just Surf. That's it. Endeavor's pretty bad, don't recommend it? Yeah, we're getting rid of it. It doesn't... I'm thinking just like, I'm learning to recognize which moves are good and which moves are bad. And Endeavor doesn't seem very great. It seems good on like a tanky Pokemon that can use Rest or something like that, but overall it doesn't seem like a very great move. If you're in a lower state, if you have lower HP than your opponent, Endeavor is not a good move because you're wasting your move to go ahead and bring them down to your level. And if you don't have, like, the defense to go ahead and tank your way through it, then it's even worse. I could see it being useful on something like a Wobbuffet or useful on something like a Snorlax. But outside of that, I can't see it being very good. Makes the AHP your opponent's... If you have, like, 1 HP, the enemy will have 1 as well. Yeah, and that's kind of the problem, is it's... Oh. I just realized how useful Endeavor would be on Shedinja. On Shedinja, it would guarantee that the opponent would always have 1 HP. So on Shedinja, I could see it being good. You know, but if you're using a Shedinja, like, Endeavor is not going to be the way you attempt to do stuff. You have other moves if you're using a Shedinja at that point. $6,000, so it's gonna need about 30 shells here. between 25 and 30 shells. Come on, Chinchos, leave me alone. Okay, 18. 17. 16. 15. 14. 13. 12. Bless you. 11. Bless you again. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. A good way to end off on a relicanth. Alright, I think that is it for our grind for today. We'll probably continue our grind tomorrow. We'll finish off our bug and then move on to Groudon. Anyway, guys, hopefully you guys have had the time like I have, the grind of all times. We'll get back on it again tomorrow. I think we have just one last thing we need to do. We need to grind up a little bit onto Bug Delo. We need to get George up, and we need to get our other thing up. So those will be pretty fast. I think getting Groudon will be the hardest part, but George can actually fight on its own. If Bug Delo could fight water Pokemon, it would be a different story, but it can't. So anyway, you guys have a fantastic night. I will see you all again tomorrow. If you're new to the channel, like, sub, share, follow, all that good stuff helps the channel grow. And until I see you all again, stay golden.